Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is June the 30th, 2022, last day of June, and I'm here at Centennial Park. Why am I at Centennial Park? Well, on a Saturday, July the 2nd, we're having a meetup here. So I thought I would go in and do a little walk the talk while I'm here, show you kind of where we're going to be meeting. So you're going to come in this entrance, across there's a fire hall across the street on St. George Street here, and entering in on Centennial Park Drive into the park, and I'll show you where we're going to meet up. And while I'm getting there, let's just have a little chit chat. I'm going to turn it around so you can actually see what's happening. Alright, we got a little bit of activity. We've got some trees that are being mulched as they're cleaning up the area. They've got some of the students that are working along and planting things. So yeah, it's kind of a clean-up day, getting ready for all the summer tourists that are going to come through here. I've got the lawn bowling court over here, you can see. Nobody using it right now, but as we get past the Moncton Tennis Club, you'll see the tennis courts have a few people out on them and enjoying the nice, beautiful day we have today. Now it's going to be real loud, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till I pass by this, and then we'll talk some more, because otherwise you're not going to hear me. Alright, the wood chipper's behind me, you still can hear it. Here are the tennis courts as we walk by. And over here we've got the football field that some of the high schools use too when they're competing. And there's also city soccer that goes on in there as well. But here we're kind of getting into the main parking lot, and then the playground and splash pad are over here. And where we're hoping to meet is over in this direction too. There's lots of different options that we need. If this group tends to be really big, maybe we'll move to a bigger spot, who knows. But I know that Sophia's got a place already pinpointed on the map for us to meet, so I'm going to go over there so we can look, see what it looks like. And we'll wander this way on the other side. So tomorrow is July the 1st, which in Canada means it's Canada Day. Canada Day is our Independence Day, our national holiday. Canada got their independence in 1867 on July the 1st. So tomorrow, Canada as a whole will be 155 years old. So that's a lot going on. There'll be fireworks and concerts and stuff downtown to celebrate. We may go as a family, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the kids have planned and what they want to do. But there is an option to go downtown, and we might do that. The weather right now is looking fantastic. Today we might get a little bit of rain later in the day. They're talking about thunder showers. But the rest of the weekend is looking fabulous. So here is one gazebo that has picnic tables under it. That would be a good option if we hire a bigger group that shows up. Nice little location. But the one that has been picked is over there by the bandstand. So we'll wander over there and have a look. Now when I talk about celebrations and things, some people get a little anxious. There'll be people out, crowds and things, and some people don't like crowds. And the reason I'm talking about that is because postcrossing has a tie-in with anxiety and mental health, and I wanted to touch on that today. I don't generally think of myself as someone that has mental health issues, but I do sometimes have some anxiety. We call it a family stomach. So my sister has the problem, I have the problem, my mother has it, one of my uncles had it. And so it doesn't even have to be something that is a negative. Like if you're going on a trip, fun, exciting, we're looking forward to it, but I start to overthink. I think, did I pack this? Did I do that? Are we leaving early enough for the airport? Is the plane going to be on time? Or we're going to have delays along the way? Did I have my check-in vouchers all done? So kind of get yourself all worked up into the point where you're making yourself sick, and that's not good. And it's kind of it is a mental health issue because it's something you're thinking about. Now I'm going to get back on this topic again, but I want to show you the gazebo that we have picked right now. You can see it ahead of me. It's got the blue roof. So this one here is the bandstand. You've got the swing sets. You've got all sorts of camp kids that are out right now. And over here, where all these book bags and things are, is a little gazebo we picked in order to get together. Now, you see all these picnic tables? They would be great places to do up our cards, to stamp things, whatever have you, or sign if you bring your pen. I'm going to bring some folding chairs, so there's going to be some other things, but people had talked about whether there's enough seating. This one's got a nice big picnic table in it, so if we're here early enough, that's 1 to 4 on Saturday here in Centennial Park, there will be lots of opportunities to sit and enjoy. Flip it back around again. So that is the gazebo, there's the parking lot, and that's where we're going to meet. If we get bigger, you can see there's all sorts of picnic tables around, lots of places to spread out and sign cards and just enjoy being together. All right, that being said, let's get back on the topic that I was talking about: anxiety, mental health, post-crossing. And I'm gonna flip it around too. So here you can see me again, I'm wandering around. You'll see a bit of the park around in the background. If we go this way, you will see over my shoulder there's a basketball court that's newly created. And we'll wander around, show you some other things. And while I'm showing you, I'll talk about the topic. So I've been very fortunate over the last year to have people that have confided in me and that call and send me letters, and we talk about different things that are going on in our lives. And there's a lot of people that have found that post-crossing has been a fantastic venue for them in order to express their creativity, in order to be able to travel without leaving the house, because there are many post-crossers that are suffering from health issues, or that might be at a senior state where they no longer can travel or don't have the physical abilities to do that. So that's been one great thing for them. There are also others that suffer from mental health, that have anxiety issues about being in crowds, about being around other people. And through post-crossing, you get a chance to see the world through the images of postcards that arrive. You also get a chance to read and share comments with people about your day-to-day life. And that has been very therapeutic for many. I know for me personally, to be able to get cards in the mail has been a great thing. To be able to see different locations when I can't currently travel has been fun. And it's also been a way to connect with a bunch of other people. You guys may say that I'm not shy. Shyness is something that I kind of am. I'm a little bit introverted, even though it may not show on camera sometimes. But I do better when I'm away and when I can type my responses. So if I am together in a group atmosphere, sometimes I'm a little bit quieter. Now, if I know the people real well, I'm not that way. My friends certainly would say that I'm not super quiet as a whole in our group. I do have some leadership skills, and I have opinions and things, so that's great. But when I am seeing people for the first time and meeting them, I can be a lot shyer. So I think that's a part of mental health. I'll give you a quick look around here. There is the lake behind me. It's a man-made lake. We call it Jones Lake. And we have ducks and swans and geese and all sorts of stuff on there. This past year, they redid this whole section of the park and put in walking trails. These walking trails also, they flood in the wintertime and freeze them over, so it can be used as a skating trail for the winter. So that's cool. Also, a new bridge was put in here. You can see here, new structure was put in to make it a little bit better than the ones it had before. So now we're gonna do a little walk around the duck pond while we chit chat. And hopefully I'm staying somewhat on topic. I know I keep leaving because I want to show you the beauty that's around me and behind. When we started to look at this location for having a meetup, we said, oh, I just hope the weather is going to be nice. The weather this weekend does look like it's going to be great. Then we said, oh, is there going to be place that has seating. There's lots of seating around, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. There's parking, so that's not a problem. It's easy to find if you're in the city. If you're from the Moncton area, you know it. If you're from a surrounding area coming in and traveling to be here, then it's a big location on a map. It's hard to miss. And if you just plunk in Centennial Park on your Google Maps or whatever maps you happen to be using, you're going to find it easily. So that's back on that meetup. I'm also going to tell you there are 2 other meetups. There's going to be one on Sunday, July the 3rd at Peggy's Cove, meeting at the Lighthouse, also 1 to 4. And then on Monday in Borden, Prince Edward Island at the Tourist Bureau, that's also 1 to 4. So if you can't make it to Moncton, but you're in the area and you want to go to a meetup, those 2 are available to try to get to as well. I'm going to be at the Moncton one that I'm promoting, and I'm also going to, after work, drive over to Borden, Prince Edward Island, and try to be to that one as well. So that's my goal for the weekend in regards to post-crossing. Whew. I'm talking and walking, so good exercise. It's nice and early in the morning too, so I finished work nice and early, which means I get to have an extra long weekend. And so I thought, well, I want to shoot a video. I haven't put one out since Monday. I wanted to talk about mental health and post-crossing's positive impact on it. And I'm happy that some people have confided in me their struggles and what they are feeling when it comes to post-crossing. And I think I'm happy about that. This is a hobby that some people say might be for older people. I don't think so. There are lots of younger people that are discovering mail for the first time, that are interested in postage stamps, and so they get a chance to do that with post-crossing. People that can't travel, especially during COVID, that were isolated, can see the world. It shows up in your post box or your PO box or whatever venue you have for collecting your mail. It's easy, accessible. For someone that's home, maybe that has a difficulty in writing and think, well, I can't do post-crossing because I can't write, arthritis in my hands or whatever the case may be, that's really not an issue either, because I've seen so many cards that show up that have someone who has typed a message on a sticker and just stuck it on the postcard, so they avoided having to write the card by typing it. And I think that's an easy option too. And sometimes it's a better option, because if you get a card from me, you may not even be able to read what I'm writing because my writing is small. And yeah, it's hard sometimes to read what other people are writing. And especially if you get someone whose native tongue isn't the one that they're trying to write you in. Sometimes grammatically, it's hard to understand what is trying to be said. So you get that issue sometimes. But at least you're having a chance to communicate with other people around the world. And that really opens it up. So if you're not into post-crossing yet, give it a chance, have a look, and see what you can do. Now, if you're struggling with mental health, one of the things to do is to talk to others, and so by talking to others about the issues that you're having, you'll get to be open to a bigger community, because you'll find that you're not alone. Other people do have those issues, whether it's anxiety about going out in public, whether it's a depression issue. Who knows? There are too many different things I gotta avoid, sorry. Avoid the goose poop that's on the ground back there. But yeah, no, I wanted to take a time. Any one of you who have been following me and following my channel, you know it isn't always just stamps or Lego or post-crossing. I tend to put in a few hikes. I tend to want to talk about a few topics or things that are on my mind. Maybe it's an event in my family's life, like my daughter who graduated from high school, put out that video recently. Yeah, I'm looking to share things. I'm looking to promote Moncton and New Brunswick and the beauty that you can find just in the backyard here. And yeah, I'm trying to fill in a role kind of as an ambassador for the city, as someone to talk to. And yeah, I'm not perfect. I've got lots of flaws and things, as you'll see through these videos and stuff too. I'm just trying to get by and to make it better. But walking around Centennial Park and seeing what's around here. It's fantastic. Now, I am going to turn the camera around because I've got some friends that are ahead of me that you may want to see. All right, so I mentioned Goose Poop. Well, I think we may have found the culprits. And yeah, this is the season when the geese and the ducks start having their babies, and they start being protective of their babies. And so they are everywhere. I've got one of them staring me down right now. So you can see here all the geese and their little babies. And some of them are a little older and wandering around. But you got Mama Goose right there. She's super protective. So we are not going any further in that direction. Because one thing you don't want to do is mess with a parent when their baby's around. Even if you're not going to do anything, they still don't know that you're not going to do anything. So the last thing I want to do is get bitten or chased. Might be funny for a video though. Alright, let's turn this back on. Alright, so I'm back at the entrance again. So from where the goose had kind of pushed me to turn around, it pushed me back up onto St. George, which is where the entrance is. So if you find the tank, the anchor, the airplane, and the train, then you are at the main entrance, and that's where you go for the meetup. I'm back, unfortunately, where the trees are being ground up, so I am going to stop it again. Back in the air conditioning of the car. There was a whole blurb I had talked about before, but you know what? I didn't hit record, so I was walking away and talking, and yeah, nothing was recording, so I wasn't going to go back and redo it again. So I figured I'll just come sit in the car, turn on the air conditioning, and say, come to the meetups, talk to someone if you're having difficulties, and make sure you send some postcards. If you haven't tried postcrossing, go to postcrossing.com, give it a try. I'm sure you'll love it. It's great to see things from around the world and talk to new and interesting people. I've met some great new friends as a result of it, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of them for the first time this Saturday at the meetup here at Centennial Park from 1 to 4. So this is my promotional video for it. As it is a 4-day work week, tomorrow there's no mail, so when I get home today from shooting my video, then I'm sure all my mail will be in, but I'm not going to put out the video today. I'm going to stick with tradition and put it out on Friday. There are some cool things to show you though, so I'm looking forward to showing you that. And I don't know what showed up today, so there might be some even cooler things show up today. Who knows? So we'll have to wait till tomorrow, Canada Day. It's something else special's happening tomorrow, but I'll wait till tomorrow to tell you about it. So for now, everyone, stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?